Hey y'all, what's up? This is Rosie, and I was just sitting here thinking about music and the 80s and the old days of MTV because I have listened to hundreds, perhaps thousands of songs through the years. I'm 48 and I have enjoyed music from multiple genres. My taste in music is very diverse, very eclectic, and if you discover other Gen X creators on any app, they will be able to sing along to any song basically that comes on from the past 50 or 60 years or so, because that's just how far we go back with our musical tastes, and some even further. So I was just sitting here thinking, why was MTV like this? And here's what I mean. They let some artists get away with certain things that they wouldn't let other artists have any leeway with. They censored some artists and wouldn't censor others. Mainly rock artists. They would not censor like rap and R&B artists in the things that they did in videos, but they would censor rock artists. Here's what I mean. Here's an example. Dana Strum of Slaughter, I won't say exactly what he said, because what he said and the way he said it would not be taken very kindly today, because a lot of what he said in interviews and magazines back in the 90s, especially 1990 to 92, it was very derogatory toward rap, and if it was said today, it would not be a good look, and he would be called racist. He would. I don't think he is, but a lot of the things he said, he just should not have said those things. Because as I said, it wouldn't be taken very kindly today. He would be canceled, Slaughter would be canceled, and that would be the end of them. But he said that rap artists can get away with having girls in their videos dressed provocatively, showing their cleavage and parts of their behinds and stuff like that, and they get away with that, and MTV won't censor their videos and won't cut certain parts. But if Slaughter did the same thing, then their videos get cut and censored, and they have to be reshot or redone, and they didn't understand why that was, and he wasn't wrong. You see the Up All Night video, and there are girls dressed, they're dressed flirty, but certain parts of the video had to be cut because MTV said it was too explicit. Like, for instance, the woman standing in front of a fan, her skirt gets blown up a little bit too far, and I think her panties were shown, and so that part had to be cut. And it was like, why? She had on underwear, like what? But then years later down the road, Wreckx-n-Effect had this video called Rump Shaker, and there were girls in bikinis, and they were just shaking and jiggling and wiggling and dancing all over, up and through that video, having a good old time on the beach. And I loved that song. I kind of liked the video. It was alright. But it's like, why didn't MTV try to cut that video or have Wreckx-n-Effect redo it? But they wouldn't let this woman's panties be shown in a Slaughter video. It's like, no, I don't want to see the woman's panties, but I don't exactly want to see a bunch of women in bikinis either. So just let it be shown. I mean, it's basically kind of, and still more of that woman was still covered up than the women in Wreckx-n-Effect's video. So it's like, why were they like that? And then there's this issue. Lyrics. You had and video content. Okay. Before Tupac was unalived, he had this song called Mad at You or I Ain't Mad at You. And in the very beginning of the video, it showed that he was unalived in the video, and people were saying how prophetic it was because of how he was unalived. And then I think Eminem had something similar happen to his friend in his music video, Toy Soldiers, before his friend ultimately was unalived. And then you had Jay-Z with 99 Problems, and this was the video that or song that the lead singer of Shine Down brought up. He said, you got Jay-Z having 99 problems, but you want to cut up my video and cut up the lyrics, and it won't make any sense. And he wasn't wrong. Okay, the song 45 isn't about unaliving yourself. It's about, here's what was said in an interview. It said the song is basically about the day that you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you finally decide that you want to try to become comfortable in your own skin and realize that you're going to have to make yourself happy before you're going to make anyone else happy. And basically, the 45 isn't an actual literal term for a gun. I used it as a metaphor for the world. The 45 is actually the world and what it hands you every day of your life. And he isn't wrong. I mean, Brent Smith was very clever in the wording of that song and explaining it in the interview. And MTV wanted to cut the video up to where it wouldn't have made any sense at all. And they wanted to, the way that they did it was, you're staring down and then long pause, and then and that was how they were going to cut it up. They were just going to cut out certain lyrics. Sorry for the motor out there. But they were going to cut out certain lyrics, and it wouldn't have made any sense at all, and it would have taken away the message that Brent Smith was trying to get across in that song. So what he did was, instead of letting MTV play it, they said, just cut the video, we don't want it shown on your channel. But MTV did still play the video a few times without the band's consent, and until it was eventually pulled from the channel. And I'm just wondering, why was MTV like that? Why did they do that? These are your artists supplying you art, and you just want to disrespect them and the music that they give you? Why? And I'm wondering if it has something to do with the fact that at first MTV wouldn't even show black artists on the channel, and so to avoid some kind of backlash or controversy, they just let black artists get away with more than they would the white artists. And really, I think that they would have just come out better treating those artists equal, instead of letting some get away with what they didn't give other artists leeway on, because it just came off unfair and it made them look bad years down the line. And it had rock artists viewing MTV, their channel, their brand, and certain artists negatively, because it's like, our music and our videos aren't as bad as these videos, but you let them get away with more than you let us get away with. Why? And that's what I wonder. Why was MTV like that? So, and I don't want to hear anything about DEI or anything racist or racial, because we've got enough of that going on in the news. and in politics, so don't bring that here, please. But you are allowed to give me your opinions in the comments. I would like to hear them. And I do hope that you engage with me, because it's fun talking to y'all sometimes. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I love you guys very, very much. As usual, there are donations links in the description. You will find my PayPal, Cash App, and GoFundMe links. If you would consider clicking on those and helping me out, you would be helping me out more than you could ever possibly realize, and I thank you so much in advance. A wise man once said, you have to build your tribe one person at a time. If you would like to be a part of the tribe, click that subscribe button. No matter what generation you are from, I will be so glad to have you. Once again, thank you so much for wasting time with me. I love y'all so much for that. I hope to see y'all on the next upload. Bye for now.